On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. In the morning, yeah, we're going to kick it off with an update. An update surrounding the brutal slaying of champion Jockey, O'Neal, Iron Man, Mullins. Boy, may I tell you, it's rough. Now, a manhunt is underway for 37-year-old Samuel Brown. This is Samuel Brown, presently on your screen, but more popularly known in the streets as Marky. Now, he is wanted for the fatal knockings and clappings of the Jockey. Now, the Jockey was taken out in a hail of bullets at his Waterhouse residence in St. Andrew on Sunday evening. The police initially named Brown and his brother Sean, both are 440 Drive addresses in Waterhouse, as primary suspects. Now, preliminary information suggests that the knockings and clappings was stemmed from a dispute that the Jockey and the brothers would have had earlier in the day. The police have now identified Samuel Brown as the trigger man. Yeah, man. So now we're going to hear from Senior Superintendent of Police, Damian Mandison, the commanding officer for the St. Andrews South Police Division, as he weighs in on this latest fatality in his division. Now listen.
We're seeking the public's assistance to locate 37-year-old Samuel Brown, otherwise called Shooter or Mark, said to be a laborer mason from the 440 Drive community in the Kingston 11 area. He's wanted, and I repeat, he's wanted for the murder of 49-year-old O'Neal Mullins, a jockey from that community. Mullins was killed by Brown, from all reports received, during a dispute between the two men on Sunday, September 21, 2025, around about 6:40 p.m. We're urging members of the public who know the whereabouts of Samuel Brown to contact the nearest police station. We are asking and urging Brown to surrender to the police, or to just simply, with the aid of family members, a pastor, justice of the peace, to just report to the nearest police station so that we can execute the warrant and to carry on our investigations. We're urging members of the public not to provide even to Brown, but to rather support the interests of ensuring that justice is born by allowing the police to execute our job.
And still in the St. Andrews South Police Division, unconfirmed reports suggest that criminal elements aboard a motorcycle open gunfire on patrons at a bar along Mission Road, located off Walton Park Road, in the wee hours of last night. We get to understand several AK-47 and 9mm spent casings were littered all over that grisly scene. 2 men suffered gunshot wounds and were taken to the hospital by residents. Now we get to understand this is an ongoing gang war we are fight in that community. But On The Spot News Media will most definitely be updating you subsequently. Yeah, man. Boy, may I tell you, the knockings and clappings continues. Now, over there in the neighboring St. Andrews Central Police Division, detectives assigned to the St. Andrews Central Police seized this firearm and several rounds of ammunition during an operation along South Camp Road in the parish on Monday. Now, information reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 2:45 p.m., law enforcement officers attached to the Half-a-Tree police station conducted a targeted operation searching for a specific wanted man in connection with a robbery incident. The man was seen, accosted and searched, and this Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 14 9mm rounds was found in his possession. He was arrested and taken into custody by the police. His identity is presently being withheld pending further investigation. Yeah, man. So right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squaddy them. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Catherine South Police Division, where the Old Harbour Police was shaken last evening after a brazen gun attack claimed the life of a man identified as Horace Frankson, but more popularly known in the streets as Badadan. Yeah, man. Now the incident occurred sometime around 7 p.m. along East Street in what the police are investigating as a fatal knockings and clappings. Now, according to the preliminary reports, Badadan was walking along East Street towards Smith Avenue when he was ambushed by a lone criminal element. It is stated that the knockers and clappers, described as wearing a dark-colored hoodie, approached Badadan from behind, brandish a firearm, and clap him away. Now, reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that the criminal element fired several cans, causing Badadan to collapse to the ground. It is stated that the criminal element then advanced on the injured Badadan and clap up couple more can in a man's skin, leaving him lifeless. And he dealt with it from what would have been described as close range. The knockers and clappers then made his escape in a waiting white Toyota Axio motor car, which was seen speeding away in the direction of the Old Harbour Town Centre. The Old Harbour Police Operational Support Team, they were summoned to the scene, and upon their arrival, they discovered Badadan, a resident of 6 Smith Avenue, Old Harbour, laying in a pool of red substance leaking from his body. Now, he was, however, transported to the Spanish Town Hospital by the police. The police stated that he was in critical condition. However, he was pronounced, you know what, upon arrival, sometime after 8 p.m. The St. Catherine South Police Division is presently investigating. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Anne Police Division. Last week, Tuesday, sometime around 4 p.m., this Toyota Probox was seen with criminal elements aboard, stuffing Billy into the Probox. So this is Billy presently on your screen. And Billy belonged to the owner's child. You know, when time a father ate him youth and want to set him youth pan the right path from early and get him son or him daughter a little Billy. And I say, yo, my son or my daughter, a year Billy this, a year start this in a life. And for no say, the criminal elements, them just come. Take away Billy, just so. Jano Star. The people them cut up about it. So the matter was reported to the St. Anne Police Division. And this criminal element is said to be the perpetrator of the crime. Now we get to understand that he has since been identified as Cleon Hartley, said to be from a St. Thomas, a Morant Bay St. Thomas address. Now the vehicle that was spotted is said to be registered to this man. So here we are going on now, brother. You see, if I know you got thief the people them goat, the vehicle was registered to you. So you need to present yourself to the St. Anne police, that are St. Anne's Bay police station, and make them know, say, I your vehicle, but I never did you thief the goat. So you need to make them know now who was in control of your vehicle, the day, date and time when the goat was stolen. So people, if you don't see Billy anywhere at all, please make the police them know. I hope Billy don't end up in a nobody pot. Boy, me I tell you, it's rough. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, I could give you some crime stats as it relates to fatal knockings and clappings in Jamaica. Yeah, man. Now, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, says that there has been a 41% decline in fatalities since the start of the year. So the percentage in decline has been declining, because the last report it was at 42, now it reached a 41. That means the criminal element them again some sort of traction. Now the latest data from the JCF shows that between January 1st and September 20, 500 fatal knockings and clappings were recorded. But the good thing is, that is 345 fewer lives than the 845 that would have been recorded in the corresponding period in 2024. So according to the JCF crime data, the St. Andrews South Police Division leads the divisional fatality rate with 59, whilst St. James stands at 43 homicides, and that's 57 fewer than the numbers recorded for the corresponding period last year. The data also revealed that up to September 20, knockings and clappings have declined by 33.5%. The hold on and take by the grapists them dropped by 25%. And over the reviewed period, break-ins increase by 26% and robberies have moved up by 11%. Boy, may I tell you, the knockings and clappings continues. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is coming out of the Trelawny Police Division. By now, many of you, the regular ones and ones out there, would have seen a viral video of a machete-wielding man putting on some serious slaps out of a 28 machete to his female companion's body. Now, the Trelawny police have arrested and charged that man. Now, the man is said to be a Trelawny-based taxi operator. And of course, he was the one seen in the video footage assaulting the woman. Now, he has since been identified as Cleon Buckle, said to be of a Trelawny address. So in the video circulating all over social media, the accused Cleon Buckle was seen beating the woman with a machete. Now, the incident has sparked outrage and renewed concern about domestic violence. Senior Superintendent of Police Delia Garrick, head of the Constabulary Force Corporate Communications Network, confirmed that the man was charged on Friday. She stated that he was already being sought by the police for a separate matter when the beating incident came to their attention. Now we get to understand, say, some family type of thing go on, where some hold on and take go on with the woman's daughter. And the police did seek him for that particular matter. It is said that because he was confronted by the woman about the hold on and take business we go on with her daughter, that's the reason for the machete slapping. Boy, may I tell you, It rough. Now the last thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, we are going to hear from the MP for some of the most volatile eras in Montego Bay, St. James, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security as he weighs in on the country's murder rate. Now he stated that the country is aiming for 700 or below. And if so, which I also do believe, that the max that the country will reach is probably a little over 700. I mean, I think it ain't gonna touch the 800 mark at all unless we have some unforeseen major knockings and clappings go on and the police them go up and strike right after. But if the present trajectory is continued, trust and believe, Jamaica will see under 800 fatal knockings and clappings this year. And that would be the first time ever in probably 25 years. So many of our young adults have never seen our murder rate drop under 1,000. Boy, may I tell you, this would definitely be an achievement worthy to be celebrated. Even though what we would be celebrating is still massive when compared to other countries who is of a much larger size. But anyway, we go hear from the Minister of National Security as he weighs in. Now listen.
When you look at the numbers, it's remarkable. We have moved from not only the public discourse significant to reduce, there seems to be a problem in my own parish, ordinary water, not murders. When I look at the numbers, we start off with getting under 1,000. Then we look at 800. The professors say when we get to 800, we can reduce the retaliation significantly and therefore get a kind of rapid fall once we get to that number. But we are already moving below that. I looked at the numbers. I said we could in fact get under 700. We have been averaging below 60 homicides per month, and that would put us below 700, just below it if we keep at that rate.
So with that said, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.